What's up guys, welcome back to another reviewing and unboxing video. Today we have a lot of two Transformers containing Voyager class Dark of the Moon Megatron and Voyager class Galvatron, both of which are of the main line of the live action movies. Anyways, let's get to it. Oh, it's a bit hard to get through. There we go. And then put the box to the side. There's our Galvatron right here. And here is our Megatron. Smells a bit weird. Kind of smells like barbecue sauce and cigarette smoke at the same time. This one's just falling apart, so I'm gonna transform him real quick. And here we have Age of Extinction Mainline Voyager class Galvatron and Dark of the Moon. Yeah, whatever. You guys get the fucking gist. As you can see, these figures are very nice. They look pretty darn accurate to their on-screen appearance overall. Now, I need to choose which one to actually review before the other one. Eeny, meeny, miny, Megatron. Sorry, Galvatron. You're later. Alright, I'm getting closer to the camera so I can actually, do this close-up. This figure is articulated very well. It has some great additional light piping, which we can get a good look on right here. You can see it. I think you can see it in camera. Yeah, there you go. You can see it. Whatever. The head is on a ball joint. You can do a full 360 look up and down. But if you move this back a little bit and then pull this. Okay, this is a little bit more difficult. Pull this out a little bit, but keep it like that. You can move it down a little bit, but then make sure to adjust that. But then you have to, it's a little bit of a mess trying to get it back, so. But it is still nice to do, of course. I was surprised with how much articulation the arm has, because on photos I've seen of this figure, the arm looks not that good. I haven't watched any review videos, so, But as you can see, this figure and Galvatron didn't come with their accessories, which I'm planning on getting. But even then, it is a pretty nice figure. The only major, detailing issues I have with this figure is this hand is supposed to be, more like a finger hand and not, how do I say this? Like a bug hand? It's not supposed to be like that. This is supposed to be more like a bug hand. This is supposed to be more like a human hand, like it was in the movie. But I guess they got this one right for the most part. And then coloring. This is just, it looks like a grayish turd. Okay, I don't mean to be rude, but it kind of is. And I know this is probably for kids, but the red parts, I don't remember that being on the truck in the movie. But that's probably fine. But back to articulation, the arm moves very, very well. I enjoy how much it moves a lot. It can move almost any way you want it. But the only problem I have is that the elbow, that's loose. I don't like that at all, dude. Do you understand how bad that feels? You get this almost 10 out of 10 figure and then you got that loose joint. So no posing, I guess, until I get it fixed. But even then, you have this right here to make up for it, I guess. So you can have that down and still have it like that. And then the hand moves a little bit, but not that well. They could have made his thumb move in, but then I guess it would break if a little kid were playing with it. And all of that is the same with the other arm. There is a little waist swivel so he can do the cha-cha, I guess. I don't know. You can't make him hunch over, unfortunately. The leg is quite similar to the arm with a lot of articulation. I do enjoy this a lot. Full 360. Oh, what did it get stuck on something? Yeah, not a full 360. It'll get stuck on. I forgot to do that, I guess. Whoopsies. And then up here you got this, and it can rotate as well. You can move these toes a little bit, but I wouldn't recommend it because you can't move this. And they're not really even on my copy. I don't know if that's the same with anybody else's. So they unless it's supposed to be like that. I don't think it is. Yeah. So yeah, it won't be even. So you'll have them wobbling around a little bit, which is fine for me, I guess, because I'm only going to have them in one figure for the rest of the time I have them in my collection. And that is all the same with the other leg. As mentioned before, the back can move a little bit, but so can these. So if you want to move that to your heart's content, I guess go right ahead. Size comparisons of Megatron in robot mode include Gigawatt, Studio Series 86 Coronation Starscream, Legacy Deluxe Class Skids, Huawei TW1022EX, aka knockoff Studio Series Optimus Prime. Now, time to do the vehicle mode. And here we have the Dark of the Moon Megatron in vehicle mode. Notes on the transformation is that this part would not go in there, so I had to force it in. It sounded a bit like just tight, and I had to, make it a little bit more loose, so that might have been it. But beware that this could be on other figures if you get them used like I did. As you can see, the figure is incomplete. It didn't come with these things right up here, like the rest of the tank and his gun. Or his cloak, Other than that, it seems to be pretty fine. Like, it seems to be fine without that. There we go. There's a cloak for him, guys. Yeah, no. The vehicle mode looks pretty good in comparison to the on-screen appearance. Apart from this little bump right here. Oh, you guys can't see that. There's a difference. I don't know if that was in the movie. If it wasn't, then... If not, then oh well. It is a very nice vehicle mode. There are only, like, a few bits of, like, actual robot mode showing, which is that and this and a little bit of his feet, but that's okay because it goes into the tank part that would be here, and the tank part would usually cover this up, so it doesn't matter anyways. Other than that, it is a really well done vehicle mode if you get it complete. Megatron vehicle mode size comparisons include the Huawei TW1022 aka Studio Series Optimus Prime, Gigawatt, Skids again, and finally, Studio Series 86 Bumblebee. Now, I'm going to give my rating on this figure and then go on to Galvatron. Robot mode, very well done. I really like this robot mode in figure and on screen. It was very nicely done. I loved how he looked in the movie. So I'm going to give his robot mode a 9 out of 10. I'm going to give his vehicle mode an 8.5 out of 10. I'm going to give his transformation another 8.5 out of 10. Overall review, 8.5 out of 10. Very well done. Now for Galvatron. Oh, Galvy, what am I going to do with you? When compared to the Dark of the Moon Voyager, there is quite a backpack here. Especially when compared to the Studio Series version and that Nero figure by Unique Toys. I really want to get that, by the way. But even with the backpack, I do believe that this is the best official Hasbro branded Galvatron figure out there. Because, listen, the Studio Series, its body looks like a box. And that might just be like promotional images, but even then, it still looks like a box. Okay, I might be like getting mad, but it looks like a box. This keeps the actual body of Galvatron from the figure. From the movie, sorry. Even with the bits of kibble, it looks wonderful. And don't even get me started on that other, mainline Galvatron. That thing is ugly as shit. We're not going to talk about the Nero compared to this, because Nero is just tiers and tiers above this one. Okay? Just shh. Anyways, the backpack is a pretty big eyesore. And, I never thought I'd have kibble on, calves, which is a pretty weird thing to see now. I mean, if you get Studio Series Age of Extinction, what's his name? Optimus, yeah, kibble on the calves all the way, bro. Anyways, articulation. Like mentioned way earlier in the video, his head can move back like that on a little swivel thing, but then he's also on a ball joint, so he can move up and down, left to right, all the way. If you want him to do a 360, you really can, but I wouldn't recommend doing it because I just got his head stuck. The arm is done pretty well. If you have this moved back a little bit, he can do that, but I wouldn't recommend it. This little flab can just do whatever based on where his arm is. His arm can move, all the way since it's on a ratchet joint. Then it's on a swivel here. This part is what I like. You can move it here, but you can also move it here. That's nice. But there is no hand articulation, which does make me a little bit sad. But other than that, it is a well-done arm, and I really do enjoy it. Same with the other arm. Now the leg, also pretty well done. I really appreciate this amount of articulation on the leg. Although the knee is, down, way up here for some reason, it doesn't really hinder it that much. I forgot to mention that the thigh can swivel like this. Bend at the upper, or above the knee, I guess. They really should have put the knee here. That would have made more sense, but whatever. And then all the way down here is when our next articulation is. You have a little bit of a move there, and up and down. So Very, very nice. And then the detail on this figure is very well done. I love the look of it. If I do end up getting a Studio Series Age of Extinction Galvatron, I might switch the heads out. So, because that one has a better head sculpt, I'm pretty sure. Just so I can get that full body view. The only problem I have with the detail is that the Decepticon insignia was never here in the movie, I'm pretty sure. So, that's a little bit down point, so. That's fine though. I really do love it. Size comparison robot mode include Legacy Deluxe class Skids, Studio Series 86 Leader class Starscream, my knockoff G1 Galvatron, and my knockoff Studio Series Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime. Now for me to transform it. And here we have Mainline Voyager class Age of Extinction Galvatron in vehicle mode. As you can see, it is a pretty nicely done vehicle mode, apart from it just obviously being robot legs in the back. And this hole in the back, I don't really enjoy that. But, I do enjoy this vehicle mode. I really do wish they would have used it for Optimus in the movie, and then made Galvatron like a tank or something. But what's weird about this figure is there's a Decepticon insignia on his chest in robot mode, but there's not one anywhere on the vehicle mode. There could be one right here, or maybe up here, but it's just not. It does roll pretty well for the most part. There's only a little bit of drag here, like right down there, I guess. You can't really see because the light's not there, though. I do like the hitch being there, even though I don't have, like, a trailer at all to put there. I don't even have a single Optimus trailer, I just realized. Alright, that's coming up next, I guess. But either way, I really do enjoy this. Size comparisons include Optimus Prime, Gigawatt, Skids, and Studio Series 86 Bumblebee. Now let's get to my scales. Robot mode, very detailed, very nice, very accurate to the story, or to the movie. Apart from that backpack. So I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. Sorry, Galvatron, nobody likes a backpack. Transformation, I'm gonna give it a nice 9 out of 10. It's pretty simple if you have the instructions. I didn't, which made it even like a tiny bit harder. Like there's only a few steps you gotta do to actually transform him, and then you're good. Vehicle mode, very nice, very accurate. 8.5 out of 10. Quality control, very nicely done. I do enjoy a nice feeling robot in disguise. It's very nice. 10 out of 10 on the quality control on here. Very, very nicely done. So that's it for the video. Peace out, guys.